In order to understand how exactly the moon, the other planets, and the sun are able to cause earthquakes on the earth, you have to understand what's called the tidal forces. Now, many of you were probably aware of the fact that the moon, it goes around the earth at the equator. All right. Now, there's a point when the moon is furthest from the earth and a point when it's closest to the earth. Because basically what's happening is that the gravitational interplay between the moon and the earth is basically causing the moon to fall around the earth. The earth pulls it up and then it falls down. Then the earth pulls it back up. See? And this whole process of the gravitational interplay is called the tidal forces because they're both pulling on each other. And in fact, the reason why the earth continues to spin is because the moon is going around us and it's falling around us and it's pulling us as it goes, so it keeps us spinning. Now, at the point where the moon is closest to the earth is called the perigee. It takes the moon 28 days to make one orbit around the earth. So you have the perigee where it's closest and the apogee where it's furthest away. Now, if any of you know surfers or anything, you understand that the surfers a lot of times follow the course of the moon because whenever the moon is closest to the earth, that's when the tides are highest because, again, the moon is pulling on us. In fact, there's a bulge around the middle of the earth. It's called the equatorial bulge. The middle of the earth is fatter than the tops because the moon is pulling on us and the earth is pulling on the moon. So it causes it to expand. Now, occasionally, since there are other planets going around the sun, occasionally one of those planets will pass by the earth. Now, this is called a closest approach. Whenever a planet makes its closest approach to the earth, again, there are tidal forces. The earth is pulling on that planet and that planet is pulling on the earth. And if there's a fault line up under here that's cracked, it'll slip and it'll cause an earthquake. So the planet Venus, for example, makes its closest approach every 19 months. So every 19 months, we can anticipate there to be a significant seismic event on the earth because the moon, the planet Venus is another planet. It's bigger than the moon, so the gravitational force is stronger. The tidal force is stronger. So that's why the moon and other planets cause seismic events on the earth at regular intervals, at regular calculable intervals, because everything that happens in space happens in cycles.